Right then, welcome back to another vid and another Amiga vid so soon after my last one. I'm turning into an Amiga channel here. No, not really, but it's good to mix things up a little bit. So anyway, this is Warzone, another absolute classic from my childhood, stroke youth. And yeah, I'm going to let the intro play out as I always do. It lasts about 3 minutes and it is very repetitive, but I'll play it in its entirety anyway. So yeah, not exactly the most inspiring music you'll ever hear, but I guess it fits the pace of the game, it fits the theme of the game. You know, it's a war game, and you get war music, but it is very repetitive. Now, it's funny really, because Warzone is similar in a sense to the previous vid that I did, which was Leander, in that I first discovered this game through a magazine. Now, I can't remember what that magazine was. It could have been ST Action, it could have been Amiga Action for that matter, or The One, or I'd just be guessing. Without doing the research, I don't know. But I remember coming across the magazine, finding it, playing the demo disc, and instantly loving Warzone. It just looked really good. Now, obviously, clearly, as you can see, it's just a straight-up copy, clone of Commando stroke Ikari Warriors. And it doesn't bring anything new to the table, but what it does do is offer a few little enhancements, possibly, but I guess that just comes with being a 16-bit version. You know, Commando Ikari Warriors, originally 8-bit, of course. So it may be a little bit souped up, but essentially is just the same game. Got a little factoid to throw at you. This game was set in 1999, so futuristic. Or it was in 1991, but of course, playing it now, playing a 1991 game in 2013 that was based in 1999, it's not very futuristic at all. But I guess, you know, it suited the plot at the time. And not just that, but in 1991, and I remember it myself because I was around, 1999, you know, the turn of the millennium, it seemed ages away. It was like real sci-fi stuff. It was only 8 years, but as a kid, it just seemed like a million years away, didn't it? Incredible. So anyway, here I am picking up the power buttons. And the power button there, if you'd have saw it on the left-hand side, I think it's going to be one on the right-hand side as well. It's basically a little round circle with a letter P on. What that does is it upgrades your weapon, makes it more powerful. Now, for example, there's the Flamethrower, which we're going to get in a second, and I think in theory what that will do, because initially it's got a very short range, and I think what the Flamethrower will do with the power button is extends that range, albeit a little bit. Can't swear to that, but I do know several other weapons do get improved, such as there's a green laser, for example, and that's a rapid-fire weapon, and when it is powered up, it provides, I think, 3 bolts of energy simultaneously. There's the rocket launcher, and when that's powered up, instead of just shooting it randomly, it's kind of more missile guided and goes towards the targets more. There's a grenade launcher which fires 3 at once. Rubbish, completely ineffective at short range, but at long range from a distance, and again you'll see that it's pretty good. In fact, it's what that guy there is shooting at me with. But as you can see, he just has the single burst, and it's completely ineffective. And look at there he is, toasted. I like the animation as well when it's very brief, but if you kind of watch it, if you slow it down, it's pretty clever. I like how they've done that. Nice attention to detail. So yeah, there's that grenade launcher, like I say, and that turns into 3. Am I repeating myself now? May well be. But if you power that up, that turns into 3 grenades rather than just solitary 1. And the last weapon I can think of off the top of my head, on this level anyway, is the 3-way, which sounds dodgy, but that basically fires balls of plasma. That sounds even dodgier. Yeah, at the enemy, and they're purple. And basically when you collect the power button, then that just improves the radius. So you can take down more enemies or take them down even quicker, I guess. So that's that. So apart from that, obviously you pick up the little stars, which you probably would have seen. You rescue the hostages. If you shoot the hostages, obviously you don't lose a life or anything like that, but you do lose out on points. So the idea is obviously to rescue them. This was annoying. And that reminds me of old games as well, because, you know, once you go a certain distance, you can't go back. And there's a health pack there and a star, which I want to collect for the points, and it won't let me because I just missed out on it. So I've got to stare at them. I can't do anything about it. I can see they're there, but I can't quite reach it. And I just got to move on. And in the end, I just figure, what's the point, you know, getting this tank? I might as well just walk away. And that's one of the things I love about the old games. If if it's getting too frantic, run away in the style of Monty Python. Just run. So yeah, I think I'm going to pick up I think this is the 3-way here, actually. Yeah, there we are. So it's got the 3 balls that it's shooting there of plasma. And like I say, if you pick up a power... Oh, I lost it there. Yeah, if you're hit, basically, you then lose that weapon, unless you've got a power-up. And then it reverts back to its original kind of strength, if that makes sense. I've got to say, though, this is a really tough game. It's really hard. And that's what I'm finding a lot of going back to these old Amiga and ST games. You know, the 16-bit era. Same with the SNES and the Mega Drive, and any other 16-bit, and maybe 8-bit for that matter, machine as well. But the games are so bloody difficult for the most part, and you really will struggle, you know, to get past the second or third level on your very first attempt. Now, I get to, spoiler alert, not really, I get to the second level on this particular gameplay, and I just couldn't get any further. It's really, really difficult. But at the same time, it's frustrating, of course it is, but it's a challenge, whereas many games these days, I am just repeating what I said in the first video now, so I won't dwell on it too much, but many games these days, look at that, nearly death by rolling log there. Yeah, many games these days, they just hold your hand, there's infinite continues and all the rest of it, and, you know, in the old days, more often than not, I mean, yes, alright, sometimes you had a password system, but more often than not, it was just a case of, right, you get 5 lives, or 3 lives, or whatever it is. Occasionally you can pick up extra lives during the course of the gameplay, such as this one. But yeah, you just dealt with a certain amount of lives and get on with it. And if you fail to complete the game or complete the level, then tough. You've got to start again. It's the way it was, you know. So I don't know whether, as kids, as I was in that era, maybe we were tougher back then. Maybe a lot of kids these days. Again, a log nearly got done by it there, but avoided it with my cat-like reflexes. But yeah, maybe just growing up in an era where, you know, we were forced to kind of get on with things, whereas today, everything, you know, I don't know, kind of, what's the word, or the phrase I'm looking for? Like, everyone holds your hand. You know, you can't do anything by yourself. It's just ridiculous. Man up. Can't say that anymore, according to Liverpool Football Club, but that's another argument. I'll save that for the football video. So anyway, yeah, it also makes me laugh as well, because I was talking to Dave, Psycho Fox, the other day, and I can't remember exactly what I said, but it was along the lines of, oh, Davey, I'm thinking of doing Amiga ST vids, but it might be a few months away. I'm not really kind of in the mood to do it. And then within 2 days, I've uploaded like 2 videos, so just goes to show that whatever I say, take with a pinch of salt, it really does. But I'm really enjoying going back to these games. The Amiga, the Atari ST, it's what I'm all about. And I love these old end boss battles as well. Now what I found by pure chance, because the first time that I played this level, before I recorded this gameplay, I got absolutely blitzed. And then just fate, luck of the draw, I found this position to stand in, and it couldn't get me. Now I don't know whether you can always go there, and if you can, here's a bit of a cheat code if you like. But yeah, it couldn't get me, so I was just picking it off easily with the missile-guided launchers and easily progressed to the next level. I love that little menu screen, look at that. And it really reminds me as well, a lot of games had this where like the heads and the bodies, they're all kind of out of proportion. Doesn't look quite right, or the scenery, that is, and there's like a howling kind of moon in the background with some trees. What's that got to do with this game? It's completely out of sync, it's kind of funny. But I don't know, maybe I'm just being nitpicking a bit there. But I love that, you know, the old artwork. It's just, it kind of looked cool at the time, but looking at it now, it looks rubbish, yet great, obviously in a nostalgic way, but you kind of think, who was the artist? Did they just hire like a 15-year-old kid or something? Incredible. But yeah, so here we are on the second level. Oh, there's one thing I should have said, because this doesn't last long. I get owned pretty quickly on this. But on the top of the screen, next to the little face, you see like a homing missile. Or really, I should say, it's a nuke, because that's essentially what it does. Now, I pick that up. You get 1 per level, I think, and I picked mine up at literally the very start of the game when I was on the beach. And it basically destroys everything on screen, in theory, at the same time. Just gets rid of everything. So if you've got a load of enemies, it's very useful. Or if you've got an ender level boss, I don't know if it'll take out the ender level boss just in 1 clean swoop, but it'll certainly take off a substantial amount of energy, so it'll really help you. So that's what that does, and I think I haven't got one obviously for this level so far, so maybe it's in a crate or somewhere that I can pick it up further on in the level. So anyway, this gameplay's coming to an end. Yeah, I'm just going to be nostalgic and biased again and say that I really like it. It doesn't really offer anything new, doesn't really bring that much new to the table, but what it does well. If you like Ikari Warriors, if you like Commando, if you like that kind of genre, Mercs is another one, then you're probably going to like this. Now, I picked the physical version of the box copy, the big box version, for around about a £5. It's not a very expensive game, clearly, but it is actually very rare to find the big box version. The budget label is easy to find, so I definitely recommend it if you've got an Amiga or an ST. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll be back shortly with another one. See you later.